Hey, good evening, everybody, or night, or whenever you happen to be watching this. My name is Krista, and I'm here with yet another guest statue review for the Batman Statue Collector on YouTube. This is my third one, I believe. I have done reviews on my Prime one, Lady D, here. And I have done one on my Pure Arts Lady as well. So if you haven't checked those out, feel free to do so. But anyway, obviously this is my review on the new Harley Quinn Sideshow premium format figure. Obviously this is the Jester variant of their Hell on Wheels Harley they have done a couple years ago. That explains the same pose and same portrait, which this is the EX portrait to that one. We'll talk more about that when we get to her portrait here. Anyway, in usual statue fashion, I'm going to be starting with the base and then working my way up to her portrait. And just to get this out of here, I will be painting my walls soon, so hopefully this will be the last statue review you see from me. You see from me with these beat up walls here, so it's time for a change, and I'm very excited about that. It'll be my first big project to updating my space, so stay tuned for updates on that in the future, because I'll probably be posting pictures about it. So yeah, I can't wait to see how it all comes together. Anyway, back to Harley here. Let's start, like I said, start from the base. Let's get to that. So here is the base. It is a diamond-shaped base, and it's black, and it has 3 red smaller diamonds that line up around along this edge here. Sorry, there's a bunch of dust right there. She has 1 foot on a diamond, and she has her name written on the side and with a lipstick stain right next to it, which I think is very, very cute and very Harley. So I love that, and I believe it's just black on, I believe it's just black on the other side, so it's really nothing special. But yeah, that's the base. Very, very simple, but yet it gets the job done. This is very Harley to me, and I love it. I love this base a lot more than I do the Hell on Wheels, and actually, so I do love the neon effect on that one, but I feel like it was missing something, and obviously, but I prefer this one a lot more, but that's just me. So yeah, base, diamond shaped, name, pretty much. It's all that's going for it, but simple, but I love it. Okay, so now going up the base, you get to her feet, her boots. So these plastic strings, I think they're plastic, but they're kind of movable, so yeah, but you gotta be very careful. You don't want to snap them off or anything, because I feel like if you move it the wrong way or something, it will snap right off. So be very careful with the strings, shoelaces, whatever you want to call them. So just be careful with those. So the shoes themselves, obviously she has 1 red and 1 black. She has that asymmetrical thing going. So the red shoe, you see obviously all the creases and the folds. And I think honestly, it may have, yeah, actually, yeah. It does have a bit of shading. A little bit of shading, especially around her toes on this boot. It's not just one color, which I don't think it is. My camera doesn't want to pick it up, but, and yeah, it goes up all halfway up here. It's really, not really pointy, but it comes to like a, kind of like a point. The back, the black shoe, same thing, it's just black obviously, has the same crease folds. I believe this is just one color. I don't think this has like any shading on it, which I don't think, to me at least. It just looks like a one black color, which is fine. It's, you know, it is what it is, it's fine. But obviously the shoes are not what I really like about the statue. I mean, I love them, but I don't love them much as the suit, obviously. Yeah, and speaking of the suit, we get up to the back of her legs here. And as you can see, the shoe is very shiny, very reflective, and very clean looking. I mean, I love the suit. I really love the paint they chose because I love how shiny it is. Obviously, we're looking at the back of her knees. See some texturing on the suit, like with, you know, the creases, you know, or bunches around her knees. Has a same thing on the leg, on the black leg too, but you know, my camera doesn't want to pick it up. I guess you can kind of see it, but you can obviously tell a lot better on the red leg here. There's a bit of dust there, sorry. And then the seam line. I'm going to try to move her as carefully as I can one-handed. I don't have a lazy Susan, so bear with me, guys. I'm doing my best. Fortunately, she is kind of easy to move. You don't, you know, she don't weigh a whole lot. She don't take up a lot of space. Oh, I forgot to mention about when I was talking about the base is, it is a very small base. It doesn't take up a lot of room, which is always appreciated when it comes to space. So I love that, about that as well. So yeah, she don't take up a lot of room, so that's always good. Anyway, her mallet. Oh, there's her mallet there, but I'm not done talking about the suit yet. So obviously you go up further. As you go up further up the statue, you come to her hands and her behind. Obviously, you see the texture on her ruffles or wrist cuffs. What do you call these things? I don't know, but anyway, there's a little bit of texture there, and they are not a slick feeling, smooth feeling to the touch. It actually has a bit of texture on them, and I think that is very nice. It's not like smooth or anything, so I love that. And then you can definitely see how reflective the suit is. See, her cuff is reflecting off of her sleeve there. Look how shiny. Anyway, then the seam line in the back, she has two diamonds on one side of her suit here. Very nice, clean paintwork. How about we just talk about our mallet since we're here? So I believe this is the exact same mallet on the Hell on Wheels. I think exact same pattern, yeah, star, and of course the bandages. I believe this is the exact same mallet, so I'm not gonna talk that much into it since we have seen this before, but still lovely painting. I do love the wood effect. Look, makes it, you know, I love that, and the cracks. You can tell that it is an old mallet because of the weathering. So I don't know what it looks like at the bottom. Oh, yeah, just another star, so Anyway, well, that's the mallet we've seen before. Anyway, oh, let's talk about her hands real quick. Yep. Same clean, slick, shiny paint on her hands. One's black, one's red, obviously. So yeah, let's see, let's get a close up. Let's do the red side because you see a lot more details. My camera does not want to pick up anything on the black side. Anyway, you see her fingers, which is not very much, but you see around her thumb, the creases right here. Bunching up around her thumb, that's nice. So yeah. And there's the ruffles, and you go up her arms. More of that creasing detail around her elbows. One of the side has black diamonds, and I think the other side, let me move her a little bit, has red diamonds. Yeah. Let me get a better angle of those red diamonds. Yep. And then you go up to her back. Oh, she has a, I think I have styrofoam right there. I'll get to that off camera, but yeah, she has a bit of styrofoam right there. I'll get to in a minute off camera. But anyway, you go up to her little collar. Has these fuzzy white balls on them. Now, they are sculpted. No mixed media on this piece whatsoever, so all these little balls on her cuff, her collar, or whatever, and on her hat are sculpted. The fur is sculpted, which looks really nice. Again, it's that classic Harley Quinn clown collar. I do love, there's a bit of movement, I think. Yeah, I just love that, you know, going off her shoulder and then, oops, sorry. I should have moved this before I recorded. Anyway, so you see, as from different angles, you see more of the crease, especially right here. It's so nicely done. And you see the seam of the suit, and then around her breast, you see where it bunches up on the armpit. Very nice. Let's move her a little bit more. So see the front view. Wow. And you see more with the creases and then seam line, and you kind of see the indent of her belly button, and then, you know, the muscles of her stomach, I guess, and then her hip bone. And then this side has black diamonds, and this side has nothing. I guess nothing. Unless you get to the legs, and yeah, you see those red diamonds on that leg. And I'll link the other side. It's just red. Okay, anyway. Then you get to her knees. I do love the detail here of the knees, and then of course more of the creasing of the suit. My camera does not want to pick up anything really well on the blacks, so it's easier just to go to the red, because it's the same thing on the black, it's just it's harder to see on my camera. And yeah, you get back to her shoes, and here's a better view of her feet, the front of her feet. See the creases. Yep, this is where her toes bend. She's on her tippy toes, like the Helen Wheels one. And that looks very nice. I should have dusted her off before I started this review, so I'm sorry if I keep blowing in your guys' ear. But anyway. And then this base, yeah, I was right. It's just black on the other side. There's really nothing going on there. So let's go back up. Oh yeah, see her knuckles there. Very nice. And then we get to the portrait. Let's get a little side view here. Beautiful. Like I said, and you probably know this, everybody probably knows this, by the way. This is the EX head from the Helen Wheels version. Exact same expression, and I think paint work, and everything, nothing we haven't seen before, but still very beautiful. And I'll still show it off anyway. So she has that like pouty face, duck lip expression, kind of flirty, which is very Harley. She has glossy red lips, very in this deep red color. Very nice. And then she has some blush, and of course the white pouty clown makeup that covers her entire face. See, I can get some picture. See, some show off some of the texture. My camera does not want to focus, but anyway. You get to her shiny masks, and then her hat, which is the exact same paintwork on the suit. She has more of these white balls on each side, and then you can kind of see the seam line that goes in the middle. It separates the black and the red, and she has like this smoky eye kind of effect on her makeup there. She's kind of looking off the side, like over the shoulder, as of course as the Hell on Wheels. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's turn her a little over here so you're looking at the shoulder. Zoom in a little bit so you get the full picture. Or you want to see her next to my Lady D here. Obviously, Harley's a lot smaller, despite her also being being quarter scale as well. But you know, makes sense because Lady D's a much bigger character than Harley. So yeah, if you're curious to see her next to Lady D, here's your chance. Obviously, she has a spot with my other DC Sideshow quarter scale ladies, so she looks really good next to my Huntress. Pictures. I'm pretty sure you've seen my pictures in the Batman statue collector group with my other DC ladies. So yeah. Obviously, I don't have too much more to say about her. She's a straightforward piece with a simple yet effective paintwork. I mean, most of the stuff we have seen before when it comes to the pose and the mallet and this portrait here, because they have done it before, obviously. But anyway, she's still a very nice piece. So if you're on the fence about her, or want a Jester Harley if you don't have one already, she's a pretty solid choice in my opinion. She's very beautiful. She don't take up a lot of room, and I think she'll pair very well with the Hell on Wheels. Actually, you can have like a modern version and you have this classic version. I have people saying they wish they had I guess done this pose but in the opposite direction, so she can mirror the Hell on Wheels. I think that would have been pretty cool though, but I think they'll still pair very well together, just have them side by side. But anyway, and yeah, I'm very excited to add this Harley Quinn to my collection because first of all, I do not have a Jester Harley in statue form, and I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think you see Jester Harley enough. So that's why I'm so super excited to have her. I have the Arkham City one over there, 1/3 obviously, and I feel like I have the best of both worlds right now, But this Harley is stunning, and you can't go wrong with classic Harley at all. Let's get a close-up look of her portrait. Beautiful. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me, guys. Yeah, check this out when it goes up. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Give me some love. I am not a professional at any means doing these, but yeah, I do what I can, and hopefully you guys do enjoy them. I'll get better as I go, but yeah. See y'all in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.